Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Reacts, and I watch Bates Motel with the tagline, "There's always room for one more." This movie was, I think, a kind of a spin-off. With, well, just the motel, the motel and the house. Because there was no Norman Bates. Well, yeah, there was one, but I will talk a bit about it later. Yeah, it's nice that they used the set of the original Psycho, just like with all the other Psycho movies. Oh, I'm so curious for tomorrow. But you let's just start with the movie, shall we? It's dark, but the sun comes up, and it starts behind the Bates house. It becomes lighter and lighter, but we can't see the house clearly. We just see a silhouette of the house. And finally, when it's day, the sun comes also from the side, so we finally see the house a bit lit up. We're in front of Lady Justice. She's standing outside, and the camera goes to right and down. We hear, when we saw her, we heard a guy talk, and apparently he's just standing there, right next to her. He's a news reporter, or a journalist, I don't know. And he's talking to his cameraman, who's holding the big camera, And then we have an upper shot of Norman Bates coming out. Well, he's standing in front of, with his back to the courtroom, the court, the courthouse, And we see upper shot, and we see Norman being speed walked out with two other men into a car. But we're gonna leave it to that, because if you want to know what's gonna happen next, watch the movie yourself. Okay, like I said at the beginning, there was not really a Norman Bates in the movie. Yes, we just had him for a bit, but then he got to the psych ward, where he was for, well, I think 22 years. Well, that was it in the original movie, in the second movie. But this is a kind of a spin-off, so he died. He died in the institution, or whatever it is. There's also, we're focusing on a little boy in the institution, Alex. And Alex is not very talkative. And he also had a bad youth, and he holds a stuffed pet bird, and not stuffed as in it's it's a stuffed animal. No, stuffed as in what's the name? Taxidermy, like taxidermy. That kind of stuffed. And he's petting the bird, Pretty bird! Pretty bird! If you know which movie that is, put it down below in the comment section. Anyway. And the doctor said, let's introduce him to someone that knows a lot about stuffed animals. Norman Bates. So apparently Norman and Alex became friends in the institution, and then he died, and then we got his will, being read out, and he gave the Bates Motel to Alex. And that's basically what the movie is about, about Alex trying to make a respectable business out of the Bates Motel after all the shit that happens. And wow, no, it says horror drama, but the horror is really, well, really light. It's more thriller than horror. I wouldn't say it's really horror. Overall, the movie was okay. 3 out of 5. It just not lives up to the Psycho franchise that we just watched. It just doesn't live up to it. No, the movie was okay. Tomorrow we're gonna watch the remake of the original Psycho from 1998. With, I think, Vince Vaughn, who plays Norman Bates. Sorry. Excited to watch that movie, because I'm very curious how he will portray the role of Norman Bates, because Anthony Perkins was a really, really good Norman Bates. It's the same as Anthony Hopkins. He is just a really, really good Hannibal Lecter, And yes, we had a different Hannibal in the show Hannibal, played by, I don't know his name, but I recognize his face, who also played, I think, he also played in, he was a replacement for Johnny Depp in Fantastic Beasts. I don't know what his name is, but he's a good actor. He's definitely a good actor. But it's just he's good, but he's just not. He just is not as good as Anthony Hopkins, as Hannibal Lecter, and it's the same with this one. It just doesn't really, it's just not as good. It's okay, this movie, but it's just not as good as Psycho. And maybe Vince Vaughn will not be as good as Anthony Perkins. Really, even the name sounds a bit like Hopkins Perkins. Both kins. Oh, they have both kins. Yeah. Movie 3 out of 5. Go watch the movie yourself. Leave likes, recommend it good. Jeez, I need a cup of coffee. Motel, Hotel, Hostel movie down below in the comment section. We've seen the movie Hostel already. I've done the franchise, so go watch through my playlist and you'll find it. But don't forget to subscribe, comment, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the remake of Psycho, and also for the last episode of Squid Game. Holy, well, I've actually watched it yesterday, but you get tomorrow. No, I'm not gonna spoil it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that to see you guys, well, later for Squid Game Season 3 Episode 5.